how far was the trip. Motherfucker, Google know everything.
Dog, you telling me you taking Google's word over the frat?
Hey, before this trip, because Waze and Google, bro, they is not synced up with the Blackjack 250, man. This ain't been no good trip for Google or Waze.
Dog, bruh said the roads were not the same, dog. They changed the roadway, dog. So he could have went a little more north and down, dog.
Bruh.
He was avoiding the perilous dangers, dog. He was still a black man riding.
But I'm gonna say this: when you pull up Google, how many options Google give you?
Hey, dog.
They're not just gonna give you one. They're gonna give you one with less turns, less traffic.
Avoid the highways, avoid the back streets.
Yeah. Dog, but seriously, think about that. You do all that work to make a trip like that, and all people talk about is how long the trip took. You like
what color your boots was
after you got done, and the color of the horse.
But dog, you gotta understand, bro. I'm sure the first bro he came in contact was a Robbie moment. Bro, why it take so long?
Where are you,
man? I'm famished. Could you bring my food?
Hey, dog, the sweat is real, dog.
But it's kind of funny. It all really depends on the type of the bro that you met.
Hey,
yeah.
If it was one of them ones that, hey, man, I appreciate what you did.
Yeah.
Could have been that dude, but no.
Yeah.
Probably wasn't.
Probably wasn't. Knowing the bros.
Oh man. So look, let everybody introduce yourself. Start with the oldest bruh. Protocol established.
Dog, I thought you was gonna give us a little intro music, dog.
Man,
we gave you a pre
we just
high
starting
banter, dog.
We starting dry.
I know.
No Vaseline.
Hey. It's your favorite bruh's favorite podcast. Mixed messages from the Dawghouse. We had a little hiatus due to that little thing that was hanging out there in the culture, but bruh's back.
The bruhs are back. The bruhs are back in town.
That's a whole song.
The bruhs are back in town.
Hey, real talk. Shout out to the people that were still listening to the old episodes.
Yeah. I was informed that y'all was still tuning in.
Whoever you are, thank you.
Whoever you are.
Hey, I'm
out
not
there
even
in WWN.
Dog, when I saw the analytics, I was like, bro, people still listening to the old podcast. Like, that's crazy.
It had to be something good on there.
Loyal listeners.
Must have meant we were talking about something that was significant to the cause.
Definitely relevant too. Yeah.
All right, Chuck, you gave us an assignment. You said,
Look,
check in from the oldest bro. Who the oldest bro here, dog?
Who is the oldest bro here?
Protocol.
Y'all out there, you haven't heard me in a while. The name dropped. What are we talking about? This is your boy Blackjack, aka Hubert Jackson. I'm just a talent. I'm gonna go back to that. I'm just a talent.
Here we go.
Oh, here we go. He's just talent. Some things don't change, man.
Some things don't change. You got to be consistent. Crickets? That's what we doing? Oh, okay.
Dog, so you 98.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I got you, dog.
Fall 98, PE, Row Epsilon, the Woody Row Epsilon, 500 West County Line Road. If you don't know where it is, I'm sure you're in touch with somebody who knows where it is, and they probably have affected your life in a positive way. So do some research on Tougaloo College.
There you go. I guess I'm next. Chuck Patterson, George Chuck Patterson, Fall 2000 Row Epsilon chapter. Your resident DJ and apparel aficionado.
The man
Need merch, I got you.
Man with 7,000 jobs.
Absolutely.
I got it made on deck.
Always.
All my shirts still in good condition. You know what I'm saying?
Wash durable.
Good quality.
And to bring
Color
in
still in there.
To bring in Tory T, the product speaks for itself.
Product speaks.
For sure, man.
Ooh, boy, you went back with that one.
With the big truck.
Yeah.
My freshman year, I'm like, who is this truck? I keep seeing riding. I never seen who was driving it. I was just see the truck.
Yeah, that's all
the
you need
bros
to know.
keep the dark tint on there, dog. You can't see no.
Hey,
Come on, 15.
Warren Jones, a.k.a. Quiet Storm, Fall 15, Woody Row Epsilon chapter. Tougaloo College.
Hey, Chuck, we needed that drop. You're listening to the Quiet Storm.
Quiet Storm.
Hey, yeah, man, I'm just your friendly neighborhood epidemiologist. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Shout out to. I gotta give you terrific on that one, dog. I gotta give you terrific.
Yeah.
Terrific.
There you go.
That's what's up.
The slight
For sure,
flex.
for sure, man.
Hey, I like how Dog did the subtle flex. Just your neighborhood.
Your friendly neighborhood epidemiologist.
Man, I got pulled over one time going to Memphis, and cop pulled me over, and he was like, "Where you going? You know, what's the deal? Where you on your way to?" I'm on my way to Memphis, you know, for work. He said, "What type of work do you do?" And I was like, "I'm an epidemiologist." And he was like, "You a what?" And he looked at me, and I think that might have got me off. I think that might have got me a quick, just because he didn't know what I did. I think he was just like, "I'm gonna let this man go."
Oh, he definitely Googled it after you pulled off.
Hey,
your
boy was on the side of the road on Safari.
On Safari.
Google, what is an epidemiologist?
Epidemi what?
And did I just let somebody I should have kept go?
Right.
Man. I guess it's up to me now.
We at 16?
Hey, dog, 16 on the groove, dog. Hey, it's your boy Low, man. We here, 16. Awa, dog. P made, Awa born, dog. Y'all know how we do. And, yeah, man, it feels good to be back with the bros, dog.
Most definitely.
On the podcast tip, at least.
Definitely. Back in
And
our familiar area.
We're at the district meeting of the Omega Psi Phi Fraternity.
Dog,
the
look,
86th district meeting.
We got these ESPN vibes going right here.
No, right from the location, right
Dog,
from the
live
lobby,
from the
like,
location.
Yeah, ain't nobody else bringing you this. We right here on ground zero.
Dog,
On the pod.
Running from it will save you, but, you know, not today.
not today.
Not today.
It's that first to the butt. You ain't gotta worry about catching the dog.
Hey.
Oh man.
So what topics we gonna
Dog,
address today?
I want to pass it down, dog. Let's just be real, dog. Can we have bruh talk for real?
Okay.
Sure.
All right, so let's talk about district, because we have district coming to the coast next.
Right.
Right.
Where's the rating? Where's your rating so far with this district? Let's be
This
honest.
one
Yeah.
in Huntsville,
Yeah, dog, where we presently are at.
in the foothills of the Appalachian Mountain, with terrible infrastructure. Let's say this: as we look around our surroundings, well attended. Excuse the throat clear there.
There you go.
That's not appropriate podcast. That's not appropriate. So I'm sorry about that. But anyway, plenty of bros are attending. We see a lot, but the things that make district, this is not districting for me.
Yeah.
So the ratios are off. Let's say that.
Yeah.
So that's just my opinion, though. I've been in the fraternity for a little while now, and I've seen
You've seen them highs and lows.
highs and lows, and not everything. Let's start off with the obvious. Our location is the embassy, very nice,
Very nice.
new, accommodating. I'd say even very hospitable, and people here seem to be accommodating and appropriate. But as I say again, and I'll let somebody else get into that conversation, the ratios are not mathing.
All right, so let me ask this then, before we get into that, because all of you have been in the frat for some time now. What is the formula for a good district? Warren, what do you think? Because you 15. What do you think?
I mean, the location is plays a big part of it, man. The location, preparation, how well was it publicized? You know what I'm saying, to the
local community.
Yeah, to the local community, because it's kind of like a bruh takeover, man. You know, wherever it's being held. So the bruh presence should be felt, but the bruh presence should be met with anticipation and a more equal ratio, as Brother Blackjack put it.
And for the brothers that don't hang out, ratio meaning male to female, just so y'all know. Because I know some of y'all are trying to.
Because we went to Tougaloo College, man. We was spoiled. It was always 20 to 1. It was always 20 to 1.
Tougaloo will spoil you.
So you couldn't miss.
And I won't just say Tougaloo, the HBCU experience as a whole.
Definitely.
Because we are all, except for one of us, he's still a young man. We are all married, But that just doesn't mean, and I think our wives have come to accept the peripheral experiences that go with being a bruh. And let's just speak truthfully. You say we want to speak truthfully. Can we put it out there?
Okay.
There are such things as bruh groupies. It's a real thing.
Except in Huntsville.
Except in Huntsville.
Boy.
And that doesn't mean like we all indulge. There are bruhs. You have levels to it. There are bruhs here with their wives, significant others, what they call the cuettes and things of that nature. Mm-hmm. But usually there are a group of people, and it's 2023. Let's just not put this out there. There are some groupies that are all not females. So let's just be honest about that. But
I mean, y'all, are we gonna pie it or we gonna pie? Because that, dog, you just made a statement, dog.
Let's just call it what it is. It's some that be peeping and looking, and they peeping and looking.
And rubbernecking.
Yeah.
And they look like you. They hear the bros coming to town. There's a certain kind of, let's say, je ne sais quoi that goes with being a bruh, and it's a real thing. But like I said, you have levels to it. You have the bros that are going to register and handle business and attend all meetings. Then you have the bros the younger bros who have to, and they're kind of voluntold to attend. And then you have the bros who are locals, who just are going to come and participate in fellowship. And then you have the bros who are just going to come and gather and fellowship from the surrounding areas. Mm-hmm. So it's different levels to it, but this district has been odd because there has been a noticeable absenteeism related to females.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe they entered from another door
and disappeared into the quantum zone.
I mean,
do y'all
we are
think
in the Rocket City?
Do y'all think that spring break may have something to do with it? This spring break time?
Possibly.
Yeah, definitely. I think that definitely plays a role.
But here's the other thing too. We've all seen district have a spectrum of female attendance. I have seen very little of any of the spectrum.
Facts.
I've never I know I crossed in 16. And every district that I've made, minus the one that they canceled in COVID, has always had a lobby full of opportunities.
That's what we call it, opportunities.
Lobby full of opportunities.
You want to walk that back?
No, I'm saying supply and demand, right?
Okay.
So let's keep it a buck. You here for a reason. Like, we are all here because we're attending a conference and a meeting.
Okay.
You cannot get into our rooms. If you are not a bruh, you will not get into our meetings.
Yeah, you can't
so your presence is an opportunity that you chose to take to be with the brothers of Omega Psi Phi.
Yeah.
We all agree.
Yeah. And then, that there are invitations that go out to the sorority organizations of the D9.
Right.
And so, the social events and the mixers and things like that typically would draw those ladies, the members of the sororities, to come to those social events. And, of course, with there being a bar, there being a restaurant on site, the vendors, because the vendors not only have Omega stuff, but they have other items for the sorority. So it's like, is everybody going to spring break?
Right.
Well, let's walk that back a little bit, because we've had this conversation consistently. For those who are paying attention and don't really know, every year when we have district meetings, from different levels, whether it be a state meeting, whether it be a district meeting, or whether it be our national meeting, Grand Conclave, cities put out bids to attract our meetings. And I think I feel confident in saying when there's a meeting that's going on and they're looking at the city, how attractive is that city for me to come to? What does that city have for me to offer outside of the meetings? And we're biased. In Mississippi, there aren't very many cities that you can offer a lot of things like the coast has. We have casinos, so you can bring your families, you can bring your children, and there's different opportunities for everybody to enjoy
Right.
the time that's spent during the meeting time. But Huntsville, it's a nice vibe from what I've seen riding around the city, and it seems like there are things to do.
Yeah.
But it's an odd city.
It's a little disconnected. in a lot
It
of
seems
ways.
odd.
The best thing about Huntsville is A&M.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
That's my opinion. Like the HBCU that is seated in this particular city, that's the shining star of Huntsville. And I think with the campus being on break has dramatically affected the vibe of the city. Because I don't know anything about UAH. I don't know anything about Oakwood. I mean, I know of them. Of course, with us riding through, we can see their campuses or the exits for their campuses. But not having the HBCU soul in the city and everybody's going to, Miami or to Panama City Beach or wherever.
But does this city give you the college city vibe? Have y'all picked up on that at all?
It has a lot of different elements. I think I said this in the truck. Like, Huntsville feels like a lot of eclectic communities.
All
I can
joined
see
together.
that.
Yeah.
I can see that. I mean, even when I went out earlier for lunch and everything, just in the, it does have some diversity. I noticed that they had like the Space Center, things of that nature. So I could see that. I could see like the diversity and how that may, it may, the diversity may kind of take away from one specified emphasis. People are kind of maybe kind of spread out. There may be something to do with how it is socially here. There's probably other factors that we may not be privy to, but I can definitely see where you say that the soul is kind of missing. That's very very apparent. When you riding around, and when I think it's, again, I know Brother Blackjack said earlier that we kind of spoiled, coming from the HBCU environment and the homecoming environment. So, we have a kind of different level of expectation, different level of quality that we may be used to. But yeah, it's definitely devoid of something. The lack of soul is a good way to put it.
I like that. Let's pivot right there, because are the best cities in this country the ones with their own characteristics? Like, let's talk about Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
We can talk about home team. Yeah. Jackson is known for that black cultural experience
And potholes.
and HBCU.
Stop, Bert. Don't you do that. Don't you do that.
Fine.
Don't you do that. That is not Jackson's fame. That is not their name to fame or anything like that.
Or their claim.
The claim to fame, whatever.
Okay.
But don't do that.
Okay. Notice he didn't say I was lying, though. He just said that's not what they're known for.
No, we're not going to do that.
Okay.
I'm not going to let you talk about Jackson like that.
What, tell the truth, shame the devil?
Potholes are potholes.
Okay.
You want to talk about Pritchard and they potholes?
I ain't bringing up Pritchard.
You brought up potholes, though, so
I'll bring
let's
up
talk about every city with potholes.
Pritchard and Jackson. What do they have in common?
Potholes?
Dog.
Can we get back to the...
Yeah. So
You did it.
all right, well,
Just saying.
let's talk about that. So, like, since y'all, because bruh's here, all three of y'all are PE. Has how many times in your time in the frat has Jackson held district?
We actually hosted district my neo year actually in 2016.
There was one when we went over. No, when we was online, there was one for
But-
district meeting.
Yeah. There are political things that go
So
into...
at least 3.
I would say Jackson probably has held district in the state of Mississippi more than any other city.
Really?
Yeah.
Because the political seat of the fraternity is kind of housed out of Jackson. Because it's and there are things that people probably who don't understand. But in a quick synopsis, when it comes for voting, the area that has the most political weight decides where district is going to be held. And Jackson has 1, 2, 3, 4, probably within
The metro area.
in the metro area, probably within a 50-mile radius, has a lot of significant political influence in the fraternity.
Yeah.
And so that's how it's determined.
In addition to having 2 HBCUs.
Correct.
Too prominent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, dog.
And a large meeting space, multiple large meeting spaces. So,
Jackson is a chocolate city.
yeah.
And that has significant influence related to, as I circle back to what we're saying, when it's appropriate for, when you're looking at what can a city offer, what kind of influence does a city have, Jackson has that.
Yeah.
Jackson has that.
From the social scene, like you talk about nightlife and entertainment, I think that's a big part of it. When we ventured into downtown Huntsville, you know, we didn't have many expectations other than there being places that were going to have food, beverage, and entertainment. Like typically, that's what you're gonna look for. It's evening time. It's close to the weekend. Let's say Thursday, Friday, and what do you want to do when you go on a trip? You want to go where they have food, beverage, and entertainment.
Explore the city and see what the city
Has
offer.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think our experience was it had its ebbs and flows. We went to this as Chuck would call it, a dive bar.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, the people were super nice,
Yeah.
super hospitable, and we were kind of skeptical. You know, I would say going further, being from Jackson, being from the South, we can be food snobs. So, you know, the bruh's chicken, everybody's chicken ain't chicken.
Yeah.
So we went in this spot, and they was talking about how good the chicken wings were. And everybody did that look at each other like, we really gonna test this out? But
Do this? We gonna do this?
Yeah.
but
That's what we doing today?
to our surprise and to their own defense, them chicken wings, what was it, the zombies?
Zombies, dog.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
zombie
That
sauce
spicy
and the
hot sauce that
spicy
they
sweet.
Man.
it was lit.
Oh
Yeah, Voodoo is the place. Shout out to Voodoo Huntsville.
right.
And
If you're ever in town, you want to check it out, but make sure
They're late and they're open late because they were one of the only places open late.
very
there's a caveat to that. We found out that Huntsville has this oddball tax, and I'm thinking like it's 15-16%. So
What does that pay for? What does that go to?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. It ain't the infrastructure, because whoever was making these highways and byways and Huntsville has the most on ramps and off ramps.
Look,
and
man,
that what
I
you
was
paying
getting
for?
off one ramp, and I'm telling you, my GPS was telling me
Dog.
that I'm on it, and then I'm on it, but then it's like the other ramp I was supposed to be on is
Okay, so Bert
just
went by
adjacent
himself.
to it. I'm like, all right, I was on the phone, so I said, let me get off the phone, because this is gonna have to take my undivided attention to
Man,
navigate through this.
Dog, my Neo, you really don't even understand how you just blessed me, because my compadres, my riding partners, because I've been, they know the committee. If we going somewhere, 90% of the time I'm gonna drive. So my GPS has been on what the hell you doing since we got into town. Every time I pull up an area somewhere where we going, every trip we've taken, we've gone to probably 4 different places, but the majority of the time we're at the Airbnb, we're coming here,
Yep.
or we're going somewhere not too far. And every time it's taking us a different route.
Every time.
Am I lying?
But we getting to see the city.
Every time.
We saw mountains today.
The addresses are not changing,
Yeah.
but the directions change every rip.
That's funny, man.
Houseway, make it make sense.
Now
How
listen,
y'all got 5 routes for every
I know
destination,
we've
man?
been talking about the city, right? But you know, we do have a lot of bros that watch and listen. Walk me through, what is it like for a chapter? What is the stress on a chapter to take on something like district?
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Let's talk about it.
Especially deciding on the size, depending on the size of the chapter too.
Right. And the planning part of it is a lot of meetings between the chapter who of course will be hosts. Then depending on that city, if you have an undergraduate chapter that is close by, then that undergraduate chapter would also be on the hook as one of the host chapters. So outside of that, then the chapter begins to have conversations with the district representative. And through those conversations and the larger planning committees, you begin to have external conversations with the Convention and Visitors Bureau, whatever the typical travel, tourism brokers of the area. If transportation is one of the things, like if, like for instance, on the coast we have the CTA, the Coast Transit Authority.
Right.
You need to negotiate maybe passes, because if it's not a truly pedestrian area, then if you're not driving in, how are you going to navigate around the area? Yeah. So that's one part of it. Then you got to have your social activities, your community service activities. We ain't even got to the meeting yet.
Wow.
Yeah. We ain't got to, like, the meeting is a whole nother thing. Like the media needs, the comms needs, it's a lot that goes into planning, because if can't nobody hear in the meeting, because you're talking about like what we have here, 1,600 bros.
Yeah.
So there has to be ample, professional, capable people. So enough people. Then the equipment has to be of a certain standard. We ain't talking about just throwing 2 speakers in it.
Right.
Yeah.
We're talking about
Full production,
long range microphones, wireless. You need to be able for presentations to be loaded, because we're talking about meetings that's going to start 8 o'clock in the morning, luncheons in another area. So we're not saying just one spot.
Yeah.
We're talking about multiple locations, multiple moving parts. You've got brothers that will have to take the lead for various committees. We ain't even got to archives and history. Mm-hmm. And then the different initiatives, the mandated programs that may happen as a part of the district meeting. So it's a huge undertaking.
Yeah, printers and all the things that need to be printed. And, we saw, like here, one of the situations that Bruh's had was the long walk from
the hotel lobby
to the meeting space.
Right.
To the meeting space. And not to hype or sound facetious, it is really 1/4 of a mile walk.
And having to do that back and forth
as an elder
is a lot.
And as Chuck just said, that's another component, accommodations for the elderly or the disabled. Logistically, it can be a nightmare. And the smaller and as I said when we first walked into this segment of it, if you have a larger chapter, it's easier to designate multiple responsibilities.
Yes, sir.
But when you have a small chapter hosting, the responsibilities tend to get very heavy for a few.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I could speak on that, man, from like just, from experience, joining the fraternity, and then,
then you host a district meeting.
And that was like the first, thing that, my DP, met with us about right after we got done was, hey, y'all, we hosting districts. And of course we did this in collaboration with Epsilon Kappa Kappa, who was great, of course. But, to touch on what this brother just stated, man, if it's a smaller chapter, the responsibilities and things of that nature can be pretty vast. I could, for me, it was a lot of work. It was, of course, we, did not sleep at all. It was, to even discuss sleeping was a joke, because like I say, you got the meetings, you got your grooves, and of course we're sharing the city with another HBCU, so you're gonna throw your grooves, and it's a district meeting, so you got tons of you got hundreds of brothers, coming in. And so it's like you really, you could be stretched kind of thin, and so you kind of find yourself like, okay, I'm leaving the picnic, let me go ahead and see what's going on with the parties for the night. Do we have, and if you're hosting it, of course, you wanna show the brothers a good time. That's part of this
and
culture.
You don't want to get sucked up.
Exactly.
See, that was my next statement.
Right.
You don't want to get
Because,
sucked up.
Chuck, you didn't even get to feeding
No,
or
wait.
hospitality.
Nah, and then look, at a district meeting, you're gonna have state organizations that will host hospitality suites. You'll have brothers that will host individual, like they get on their committee, right? And brothers will host a hospitality suite. But you're talking about, let's say school was in,
Yeah.
and the bros are hosting the barbecue. How many pounds of chicken will it take? Because we talked about the number of registered brothers, right? Which is something great.
Oh, so you want the pie for real?
Yeah,
Now we finna pie.
We talked about the number of registered brothers, but what about the brothers that are not registered that are coming just for
Two,
the
3 days of just sucking it
social
up.
activity?
Well, and let's give the logistics. See, like you said, you want a podcast. Let's give it. Those of you out there who are paying attention, who really don't know how this works, let's give some logistical background here. In the 7th district, we have the largest district. We're talking about Alabama, Florida, and Georgia,
And Mississippi.
Statewide.
and Mississippi.
Yeah.
So within each of those, let's just say there are probably, what do y'all think, maybe chapter-wise in total that the 7th district has?
Ooh,
What's y'all estimate?
that's a good question. That's some sweat.
That's some sweat.
I know we north of, because Georgia alone has at least what, 50?
So, I mean, let's just give a rough, what y'all want to say, 250, 275?
I would say, even if you gave each state 50.
And I'm just saying
North to
that,
200.
and we're probably cheating ourselves because there are chapters that pop up all over the time. So maybe one of these bros, we need to ask history and archives. Is Pete here? We need to ask
Pete,
him.
Pete is definitely here.
So we need to ask Pete.
But think about the number of HBCUs in the states that are within the 7th district.
Right.
If you just stay there and then you double that number, we still not touching the number of chapters that are in there.
And we still not including the fact that the Reds always seem to show up.
The Reds going where the
the
bros,
And the
And the
K's.
they, yeah.
And the Instagram.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
everybody come forward with the bros.
Everybody like the bros.
Yeah,
For
definitely.
some reason,
Except right now.
Yeah,
I mean, like, they're not fooling us right now.
Huntsville. That's
I think
another.
it's Huntsville. I don't think it's us.
Yeah.
Definitely think it's
I
Huntsville.
think it's probably us.
They like our chicken. They're like our chicken.
Yeah.
But anyway, so
Especially Pete chicken.
yeah, so we're talking about the logistics of 275 to 300 chapters within the 7th district: Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Florida. I'm missing one. Florida, Georgia.
You said Mississippi?
Yeah,
All right,
Mississippi.
Yeah, you
okay,
good.
cool. Okay, all right. You know, late nights, early mornings. But anyway, so those people are coming to whatever location that you have. Whatever location that you have, it's hard to concentrate with these characters. As you say.
Talking about.
What are we talking? So, and they all are converging on your city. And the aspect, we're not talking, and it's levels to it. We're not just talking about, okay, the meetings to where if they're at your convention center and they're having a lunch and they're going to take care of that.
Right.
Remember we said there are brothers who have no intentions of attending anybody's meeting.
None.
They just coming to hang out and suck it up.
So do those bros go to sleep around 10:30, 11?
Those
they had to go to Bible study early.
Yeah. Those bros don't sleep.
Yeah.
They don't.
They don't sleep.
At all.
At all. And when they're sleeping at the most inopportune times, they probably sleep from like 6 to 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, and part of that is going to be at the Whataburger, waiting, not Whataburger, but at Waffle House, waiting for your food.
Waiting on your food.
And you know, my LB was always that one bro that fell asleep and ended up with like ketchup or some shit like that on his face. But that's another
Shout
story.
out to Trey.
Shout out to
Trey,
Trey Green,
another
man.
one of them Cali bros.
Doing great things out
Great
on
things.
the West
Yeah.
Coast,
Yes,
man.
sir.
At 12B, man.
Yes, sir. I am proud of my Neos. You know, you ever had a set of Neos who you just look at and you really don't know what direction they're going to go in?
15 was that line?
That was definitely
That
us, man.
15 was
We've come
that
a long
line.
way. We've come a long way.
15 was that line. Thank God for maturity and evolution. And now, like the bros, he a whole epidemiologist.
Man, look, shout out to Tougaloo College, man, because they definitely put me on the right track, man. Gave me a whole the whole career, man. So I had to pinch myself sometime Just, and of course, these brothers we sitting here with, right now, man, have always been available and been great mentors since I came in the door. You know what I'm saying? I Blackjack can attest. I had my run-ins over in AA branch, but
Oh Lord, hey, branch stories.
Hey,
Real cute
so-
dog stories coming up next episode.
But that's what I want to pivot right there, dog.
Let's leave
pivot.
AA branch.
So Warren, I want to ask Warren, dog. Hey, Warren, give me one of your favorite moments while you were online with just these guys right here.
man, look.
I'm finna start hitting texts.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, I might have to keep it in the archive, but I can say, I always left with, my lamp. My lamp was never empty. I'm gonna say that.
Yeah.
Lamp was never empty, man. That's for sure. That's for sure, man.
Hey,
I learned a lot about, the pH balances and stuff like that. That's an inside with me in '98 though, man. Gotta have a good pH, man. That's all I'm saying.
So 98. Let me ask you this, 98. What was one of your
Oh.
favorite moments with
buddy.
Warren them online?
Have mercy, Lord. Come on, Cletus.
God, he just triggered a flashback about the pH. Jesus. Man, I wish we could really tell that story. Oh my God.
I
wish
wish
we
we
could,
came to
man.
pod, dog.
I wish
thought
we could tell that
We got to give the
story.
people something. We've been gone for 3 years,
man.
dog.
Okay, all right. Well, let me keep this as PG. I do PG-13.
I'm waiting.
PG-13.
Chuck, get your hand off the button, man.
My mom. I'll divert to my mother.
Mama.
What?
See, this is how the story goes.
Hey, we might need to shift gears, dog. I don't know what it's. Hey,
Just,
dog.
it's not as bad as you think. Just listen. Okay, my mom has 6 sisters, so it's women. So, I was fortunate. There's a lot of men in my life. My mom and my dad are still together. 55 years of marriage.
Some claps to that.
Katie and Herb.
Jack.
Katie
So-
and Herb.
The good reverend and
Yes.
lifelong teacher. Yeah, you know what they say about teachers and preachers, kids. So we'll divert on past that. But the conversations that I used to hear my mother, my grandmother, and my aunt say,
You in earshot of.
you just,
Yeah.
I was brought up in you don't say nothing, but you definitely tuned in.
Yeah.
So, we talking about 7 women in a household, so you pick up on some things. And, in one of my walks of life, I was an assistant dorm coordinator at my alma mater and the illustrious AA branch. And if them walls could talk, good God almighty.
Some of my best years, one of my best years.
So I'm
was
sitting
spent in
here.
AA branch.
AA
All
branch.
right, shout out to A Branch.
So, I would see things going on and paying attention to certain situations. And I pulled my brothers and some of my sisters aside and be like, hey, bleach baths work.
That pH need resetting, dog.
Need a reset, hard reset.
Bleach baths work. And, and I won't go into details of it, but, a cup of bleach to a bathtub of water fixes a lot of things.
A lot. A lot, man.
And then for my brothers, they was brought up in the cannabis age. Everybody, it's not like when we was growing up, this weed got all kind of names. It's just different. So so when you're doing all these things and all these different chemicals, I tell my younger brothers, Pedialyte is not just for children.
Hey, buddy.
Pedialyte will save your life.
Hey,
Hydrate. So, see, that wasn't too bad. It's a whole bunch of rabbit holes in that story, but we're just gonna leave it at that.
Hey, if you know,
a lot of gems. A lot of gems
If
in
you
there.
know, you know.
Bruhs know how to piece
you
together.
know.
And if you don't reach out to your local PE or even YE, bruh, now and ask them about the Pedialyte, change your life.
Hey, buddy. Liquid IV is something that has come onto the
Yes.
set as of recent, but Pedialyte, Gatorlyte, Liquid IV,
Man.
All of those are great things that you should have in your party pack.
Y'all familiar with the word shake back? It will initiate and boost your shake back.
Yes. Yes. In addition to drinking the proper amount of water.
Proper amount of water.
Of course.
Let me-
Of course.
let me-
So we were talking about like online stories.
yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
we were talking about. Well, you trying to jump in there? I know you asked the question.
No, I asked you.
You wanna talk about-
You know, it's your turn now. I
98?
want to hear from you.
I'll let you
2000?
go for it. Let 2000 go.
Online story.
Hold on, we don't have any clearance for this, but this is alkaline water, so I'll just do it like this. It works.
No logos.
No
Yeah.
logos.
Yeah.
Unless it's Mississippi Greek weekend.
Yeah. Aspire Pura, refreshing taste.
Yes.
Keep it simple.
For sure.
Available at Amazon.com. Shout out to the Cubes.
New way to stand up.
Yeah, New Hater, the greater New Hater. Let's see, my favorite or most memorable story. All right, this is definitely the one. So, when Big Brother Cast Iron with 3 Sands, they would always come to town. And then shout out to my ADP, Roderick Porter, along with my dean, Big Vic,
Yeah.
the Reaper, the Big Visit. He got too many names for
The
me. to-
phrase.
Like
that
certain
pays.
certain infamous bros have multiple names.
Yeah.
At one time,
Q-Tech.
at one time,
That's your line name. We ain't even got back to that.
Yeah.
I was given the name by those who pledged me cast iron.
Yeah.
I had to put that guy up.
Understand.
I had to put that guy up. So now the more wholesome version of cast iron is blackjack. So
Yeah.
let's go there.
Yeah. So
Just leave it.
in official terms, without giving up too much oil, of course, immediate pro-fight. Always a constant in our development.
Yeah.
Through our matriculation on our entry into the fraternity. But my line brothers, we had a lamp wagon, and it was a the conversion vans back in the day, the vans like the 18.
Yeah.
Right, the 18 van, right? So AC would have this fishing cap. Shout out to my faux dog, AC Pastor Carter now. God is working on all of us.
Yeah.
Oh man, constantly.
Now,
God is awesome.
we done finished set. It's raining. The windshield wipers don't work. AC has the window down. He going out like this, wiping the window so he can see. Now, for whatever reason, that day AC forgot to put gas in the lamp wagon.
Oh, man.
So we got AC, Torn, Al, Rashad, Leonard, and me in the lamp wagon. Dog, the lamp wagon runs out of gas.
Where y'all supposed to be, dog?
We supposed to be headed back to campus.
Where y'all at when they run out of gas?
Dog, on the other end of
Madison.
51.
The far
So
end.
leaving Madison, and this is 2000 now. Leaving Madison County,
Yeah.
heading back to Tougaloo, like deep Madison County, and we
Yeah.
on 51. And
I don't even
God-
want to ask the bros why y'all was down in Madison County, dog.
because that's where shop was.
If you know, you know.
That's where the shopping center was.
Yeah. Okay.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Hold
Ruth.
on, can I interject? One thing about PE and the shopping centers, they're always at those who are shopping's home. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
All right. So let me finish my story.
I just
So,
thought about that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, and this is my favorite because it gives credit to Jackson and how Jackson people care about each other.
Yeah.
Dog, we on the side of the road. Who in the world in their right mind stops to check on a conversion van
Yeah.
Full of Negroes.
full of Negroes?
Big
Yeah.
motherfuckers too, cause
Yeah.
Leonard big as hell, and AC was a bodybuilding champ for the damn state. So I can imagine him in 2000 in
Dog.
prime form.
Dog, who in their right mind stops to check on us?
Hey, dog.
But I'm gonna tell you this, man. It was 2 dope boys. I don't know what they were doing.
Just two boys.
2
in a
dope boys in the
Cadillac.
Cadillac.
Ride
for
down
real,
51.
Ride
Yeah.
down 51. For real.
Dog.
It might have been a Regal. Dog, I'm gonna tell you this. They stopped. They picked up, I think, Rashad and AC. They took
Yeah.
them to the gas station. I'm in the back. I'm like, Dog,
They done
they finna die.
They done kidnapped the bruh.
They done got the train to fold. The bros are gonna kill us now.
Number LB, no.
Hey, dog,
A real
we gonna catch it
kidnapping.
twice. We gotta tell their families. Then we gotta tell DP
gotta-
and ADP, dog.
Dog.
A real kidnapping.
Man, they brought AC and Rashad back. I'm praying the whole time, like, Lord, please let them bring my LBs back.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to tell Big Brother about this.
Hey, cause you know the bros would have said, dog, all y'all should have gotten in the trunk.
Dog, so you let your LBs go by themselves, dog?
Oh, you know that's the conversation.
So they came back, and me, Al, and Leonard, I think we was in the back. We sitting there like, man, there was some nice dudes.
Yeah.
They did not have to do that, but that was God's grace. But it's like Jackson will look out for Jackson.
Yeah.
And Tougaloo, it was like, oh, y'all go to Tougaloo? Yeah, man, y'all got some fine-ass girls up there.
That's our first-
man.
She go to
They gonna help you just
Tougaloo,
off
but I
that.
know you
They
still
gonna help you
flip.
just off that.
Off of that. Dog, so that's my favorite story right there, dog. Like, all of the other stuff.
Dog, so you gotta finish the story, dog. Y'all
So
make
we make it, they make it back. We get the gas, they going about their business, and we was like, look, we can't ride the limp wagon no more because the gas handle didn't work. He didn't know.
He ain't know.
Oh,
He
damn.
didn't know. And
Dog.
then we was already low on funds because we gotta buy certain things
Yeah.
to have at these
At the
shop
shopping
meetings.
center.
Yeah, and man, I said we gotta like 3 and 3.
Yeah.
So I know what my gas hand is supposed to be. So we started driving the Sonoma and then the Silverado, and we never ran out of gas again. Ever.
Dog, that's out.
Just imagine this. AC with glasses on, takes his fishing cap off,
Yeah.
reaches out the window, and then he driving with one hand. It's raining. And then
Dog.
AC, did you put
man.
gas in the van? And that's what happened.
Bert, how did you feel about hearing this story?
Did you know that? Had I told you that?
I never heard that story, but I am very familiar with the Lamp Wagon.
Yeah.
And I am very familiar with the Sonoma and the Silverado. And you got to understand, do y'all know what a Sonoma is?
Yes.
Okay.
Short bed truck.
Short bed.
Extended cab.
Yeah.
Do y'all know what a Silverado is?
Dog, indeed.
Extended cab.
Extended cab now. And you got to understand, their ace, who is Albert Lee. Albert Lee was the smallest dude on their line. It only got bigger from Al.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was a pretty Neanderthalish line,
Yeah.
packed up in them small ass trucks.
Bunch of prehistoric motherfuckers.
Because, hey, I don't think, if people listening, Leonard is
Large.
a cab himself. Like,
Yeah, that brother.
I love Dog. Dog is a statue of a man, dog. Like,
Ginormous.
ginormous.
that bro always take care of me when I'm in H-Town, man. So shout out to
H-Town.
2000, man.
2000.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I got to call Dog because my wife, my daughter, my mother-in-law, and my aunt are going to Houston this weekend. So I
USA
need
Fight
to-
Company.
I need to make sure Dog keep an eye out just in case they may need
So
something.
keep an ear open.
For sure, for sure.
Chuck, we should have Bluetoothed the phone in so we could have called Dog.
Dog, I'm gonna see if I can do it.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can do it.
He gonna say a cuss word. He gonna answer the phone cussing.
Fuck. I mean, so the brothers call me with when you got a podcast, but
Podcast. But any other time, yeah, it's fucked up.
Boy, let's see. All right, there we go. I got the roadcaster pulling up.
there we go.
All right.
Call your LB, Dog.
All right. Let's see.
Why am I hearing all of you?
Let's see.
How many people are on the fucking phone?
This is actually my first time ever doing this.
Dog, I'm telling you. Make sure you got the Bluetooth up. There you go.
Now this is out.
We are calling.
What up, man?
What's up, Leonard? Hey, Leonard, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, how are you, man?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing outstanding. I just wanted to
warn
call,
him first.
Warn him that we are
Warn-
live, dog.
Warn him we are live.
I just wanted to call you and check in with you. You guys shouldn't have warned him. You should have let him been his authentic self.
Oh my God, too much editing.
Dog, we recorded a podcast at district meeting,
We are live, dog.
and you are on with Burt Jackson. You are on with Warren Jones, and you're on with Aloysius Ballard.
Doggy,
Copy that.
What's
Lord,
going?
copy that, gentlemen.
What's going
got me
on,
worried.
dog?
Lord,
Is everybody doing all right?
doing good, Leonard.
Doing
good.
I miss you,
dog.
dog.
We also miss you too. Yes, yes. Me and Anderson miss the bruh. Hey.
Are you with Aniston right now?
I am with my child, yes.
Okay.
Are we on speakerphone?
Yes, you are. You have to be.
Well, look, Doc, I just told the story about. Do you remember the lamp wagon when we broke down on the side of the road?
I do remember the van on the side of the road. Unfortunately, I do.
Dog, could you give your take on the circumstance that happened, dog?
Holy moly. No. Come on inside, baby. Absolutely not.
All right, bro.
If I'm live on a meeting at this point or something that's official, probably.
Nah, look, we'll call you back, man. Go and enjoy your time with baby girl, but we'll have to call you back so we can get your take.
Yeah, dog.
Hey, man, I need to join the chapter. You guys need to get my information so I can
Bert?
join the chapter.
I thought Chuck was supposed to do that, dog. Real life sweat.
Real life sweat. But I gave the control number to Pete Peterson,
Yeah.
who was at the time the functioning vice bossless.
Oh yeah, we gonna sweat him, dog.
Please do sweat him because I need to get active.
Hey,
My
Leonard,
brother, we
my
were claiming folks. On
all
the
of the
podcast.
women in my life, besides my mother, are going to be in Houston this weekend. So I need you to just be available just in case something happens.
I got my pistol on me at all times. Don't worry, bro.
Real dog.
Real dog.
The gun told him.
I'm shooting first and asking questions later.
Amen, my brother.
Rue.
Amen. All right,
Move
dog.
to the good side.
Have a great day with your daughter, and and tell the whole family we said hello.
Be out, Q.
Tell the bros bye, baby.
Bye.
Bye.
Rule
She said bye.
Root
Root to the
to
bros.
Road to the bros, dog.
Dog, that is out. That was a great little thing right there.
Dog, you got to
Do
fool
you do
with your
that?
Neo.
Do you do that all the time?
I do it often, dog.
Dang, that was cool. Who else y'all want to call?
That was dope.
Dog, who else
Let's
at P we can call,
Let's
dog?
call Mo. His cat
Cat-
ass is here.
Dog, call him, dog.
He gonna show out.
Yeah, he gonna go all the way left.
Dog, we podding today, dog.
We are really pining.
Dog,
We are here on location at the embassy, dog. Bruhs ain't got nothing else to do. We podding, dog.
He gonna,
Huntsville, Alabama.
he gonna
man.
ask for some
Bring
food.
some soul to the city.
Hello?
Hey Robert, how are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
Can you give us a live report from the barbecue, the picnic? Where are you?
I'm at the barbecue at the picnic. There's been marching down right now. They having a setting the march out. Good food, good people eating, having a great time.
Where you located at exactly, dog?
6001 Pulaski Pike Road.
Very good.
So Mo, let me ask you this: what is the ratio of male to female attendance?
Oh no, I can't count like that because it's purple. It's purple up in this motherfucker. It is purple. I mean, it's a little sprinkle. It's like, it's a little sprinkle up in here. Yeah, it's nice up here too. But
It's
the ratio is bad. But it's
So
like
it sounds like brothers
dog.
blackjack assessment on the ratio.
Dog.
Yeah, I mean, he's stupid, dog. Tell him stop being so cattish, bro. Here, come hang out. What are you gonna do? Go sit down?
Hey,
I'm old.
Nah, you are on with Bert, Warren, Lo, and Chuck all at the same time.
Oh, my
We
God.
have you patched into the podcast that we're recording downstairs in the meeting.
Oh,
Yes. For the world to hear.
Dog, that's great
Dog,
content.
you're good, dog. We needed the authenticity.
I didn't know I needed to be quiet.
No,
you're
dog.
fine.
You definitely don't need to be quiet.
Dog, this was awesome content, dog.
Just
Yeah.
make sure you take some pictures while you're out there.
Dog said it's
I've been taking
purple.
pictures, dog, but it's a lot of fucking cues out here, excuse me, sir. It's a lot of cues out here, dog.
Hey, dog, call us back when the wrecking starts, because if ain't no ladies out there, it's about to get real, dog.
Yeah, it's good.
It's
Bros
a few,
for-
but it's like sprinkles. It's sprinkling me, man.
Sprinkle me, man. Hey, shout out to E40, man.
E40.
But the
fouled.
ones that's out here, though, It's nice, man. It's fun. It's a good time.
It's fun. It's a great time.
Yeah.
All right, dog. We'll call you back.
All right, now,
Rue. That was perfect. That was absolutely perfect.
Dog, if 94 wasn't in the meeting, dog, we would call 94, dog. But he probably.
I think they're in MSP training right now.
Yeah.
It's per the agenda.
Per the agenda. Let's see. What other bro we can call with shenanigans? PE shenanigans. Dan?
Ooh.
Could call Dan.
Let's see if Dan answers the phone.
Let's see if Dan answers the phone.
All right.
Yeah, dog.
I wonder if I did FaceTime, would it still work?
It should go. Anything, you just got to make sure the audio goes out to the the
Okay.
broadcaster.
I don't hear it ringing.
Do you have the audio going out to the
Yeah,
broadcaster?
it's-
Please leave your message
Yeah.
for 601-455-40354.
Chuck.
Hey, Dan, we were calling you to
Hey,
participate
Dan.
in the Omega Psi Phi podcast live at the district meeting, but you're not answering the phone. So hopefully you're at work, and we'll give you a pass this time, dog.
Hello, brother Dan.
07, what's the deal, doggy?
I love Dan, dog.
All right, we're clear. We're not on Dan's voicemail.
Wait.
Speaking of stories,
Uh-oh.
speaking of
98.
story, dog, like I don't even know what story to pick. I feel like I'm in Hudson's treasure hunt right now.
Oh my God, dog.
Let's
Now
just
you ready to tell a story?
it's the versions of the story. I don't want to incriminate myself. nor
Dog, I
him.
thought we was here to pod, dog.
Hey,
we back,
look.
dog. Come on, dog.
Hey, look.
I'll go ahead.
15,
Warren.
come on, 15.
So look, man, we at
Capitol Grill.
we at Capitol Grill, man.
I knew
we
that
hanging
was
out.
the story. I knew that was the story.
We hanging out,
I
man.
knew it was the Capitol Grill
I
story.
get there late. I don't know where I was coming from. I think I may be coming from the yard or something, but I got to the groove late.
dog story.
So bros had already been kind of hanging out. We had some guests there with us.
Yeah.
So Josh is there. We hanging out, and
The committee.
I don't want to just put bros out there, put no names, but I'm gonna just say one of the brothers. I had dozed off, and somebody else had transpired prior to that. But the brother dozes off. Apparently, when he awakened,
He wasn't all the way awake.
he
clearly.
wasn't all the way awakened, and apparently
He didn't know where he was
he
either.
thought he was at his home.
Oh, no.
And I only assume that because when the brother gets up from the table, I assume that he was going to the restroom
Yeah.
in the establishment. He walks to the side of the bar
Where
No,
they're,
miss
dog.
Where
to
they're
using
where
the
they're
restroom.
preparing drinks and food.
Where they're
Where
preparing drinks.
drinks and food.
And relieves himself.
So mind you, it's bustling. It ain't empty.
Yeah,
It's bustling.
The bar is full.
it's
you know what I'm saying?
prime time.
So people, it's like, whose man's is this?
Whose man's is this?
And so me
Get your
being
man.
me being the youngest bro on the groove, of course I'm gonna do my duties.
Yeah.
And damage control the situation.
How do
But
you
let's-
damage control that?
Let's just say, man, that bro wasn't too upset about being interrupted while he was relieving himself.
So he actually started relieving himself.
He
dog.
relieved,
stories.
Started and finished.
relieved
in the middle.
fully.
Bruh.
Yeah, doggy.
Flag on the play. Flag on the play.
Yes, indeed.
Good
Oh,
old
dog.
P, though, man.
Listen, one thing I love about the frat dog, it's never a dull moment. It's
that's-
always just
Even in
brothers-
meetings.
Yeah.
Especially when it's with your real friends.
Yeah.
man.
Right.
Yep.
For sure.
Yeah.
And then let's see. We got Vegas. We got
Dog, let's talk about you brought up Vegas.
Vegas
Let's talk
was
about how
amazing.
PE was the topic of discussion, dog.
Vegas was amazing.
That was the topic of discussion.
Dog, Bruss was saying PE had cabanas, had
I can-
all
Calvin?
the high real estate. Dog.
Oh, we got Cal. Hold on. What's up, team? Hold on.
All right.
Calvin, what's up, bro?
Hey, man, what's up, bro?
Dog, we are on the first floor of the Embassy Hotel. Where are you?
Now I'm headed to the Washington. I'm gonna hit that and then get that done with these clothes, and then I'm gonna head over there.
All right, we looking for you, Q.
Hey, I got you, Q. I got you. Hey, dog, you got any clothing? What you got, man? What you got?
We ain't got no. I think Mo might have something, but we sold everything that we came with.
God damn, that shit went fast, didn't it?
Yeah. Dog, we gonna have to get your address, put you something in the mail, man.
Put something in the
Oh shit, I need that. I still need that Live Your Creed shirt from a long time ago.
Oh man, that's easy.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, but now I can square you up when I get there, so you can put that motherfucker in the mail. I ain't gonna lie.
All right, I got you covered, dog. I got you
Who's
covered.
that over there in the background?
Dog, that's 16 IY, 15P, and 98 PE.
What's up,
What up with
doggy?
the bros?
Hey. What's good, doggy?
Hey. Already. All right, I'll look for y'all in a little bit then.
Dog, come pull up to the podcast, dog. We taping.
Oh, y'all doing podcast tonight? Okay.
Yeah,
Right now.
Right now.
As we speak.
Nah, I gotta head get these clothes washed real quick. Then I'm headed that way.
All right, dog. Get the clothes.
Be out,
I gotta
dog.
take care of business, Q.
There you go.
Now, I'm gonna be gone the next 2 weeks.
Make sure you use some dryer sheets and fabric softener.
Yes, sir.
All right, dog.
All right, Rue.
Ruru.
Hey man, that was cool. We can take call-ins.
Yeah, dog. We an interactive show, dog. We back bigger and better on the
Mixed messages from the dog.
Mixed
Yeah, that's out,
Mixed
man.
message.
That call-in is out, man.
Hey,
That is
hey,
out.
yeah. Hey,
It's out, for real.
call Josh.
Okay.
You know I was about to say,
Might
dog.
be a wifey, but let's give
Yeah.
him a ring.
Oh yeah, let's give brother Deadman a ring.
Hey, me and my LB got this thing. Like if I
Hold on,
call
wait.
him and like I'm like around,
You
you
need
know,
to set him up.
somebody that I, you
Disclaimer.
know, we got this thing called like, you know, I'm on my brother right
Yeah.
now. So if I say that, he know.
He know what it is. Dog, that's a whole episode how the bros be having codes, dog. Committee codes.
The committee codes. Dog, you live on the podcast, dog.
Now, brothers at district, Warren ain't gonna make it home to see that fight. Warren ain't gonna make it home. Warren ain't gonna make it home to see that fight.
Dog, I'm waiting.
I'm waiting.
Look, I'm waiting for 22 to come out the MSP, dog. We gonna leave right after that, Q. I promise. Only reason why we ain't going yet because I'm waiting for 22, dog.
Dog, you ain't gonna see. Dog, go tell Nelly you ain't gonna see that fight, dog. Dog, go tell Nelly you ain't gonna see that fight.
It's
Dog,
10
you
o'clock
out
Eastern
with the
time.
Qs.
It's 10 o'clock Eastern
Dog,
time, so
like
I might make it.
Like y'all on Eastern time, dog.
Yeah, it's something like that.
9 o'clock. Dog, truth is in the frats, dog. Truth is in the frats.
Dog ain't got no faith in a friend, dog.
No faith in the friend, dog.
Dog, I don't set up illusions, dog. Like I ain't got no excuses. I just realize that you dog grew. Dog, Bert, you cat, that shirt is black, dog. Ooh, Bert, you wore a black shirt to the 7th district meeting, dog. Like you in the 9th district. Boy, you cat. Boy, you cat.
Dog.
Put Josh's face on the screen.
Dog, you already.
We're doing the
Dog,
podcast.
we
Dog,
got to.
you already know we
Screenshot
friends.
that, bro, dog.
You already know why we friends,
boy,
dog.
Like, dog, I'm trying to be a good bougie PE, bro. And manship and stuff right now. Y'all calling me with this cute dog stuff. Y'all calling me with this.
Just calling you the highest of feline, dog.
Can
Dog,
we
you-
say hey to Taryn? Can we say hey to Taryn? So we can be, you know.
Yeah.
Say, hey, you're on the podcast right now. Like,
Hi.
Hello,
it's-
Mrs. Deadman.
Like,
You don't have to.
it's black men with radio equipment and time on the hand side.
They got a better phone and their microphones look better than everybody else.
Hey, there you go,
Quality,
sis.
Good quality.
Good quality.
How you doing?
They got a wood table.
Where y'all eating at?
They at Manship in Jackson.
Okay, all right.
Shout out to Manship in Jackson. We'll come pod there.
So we just, we were going through. We started out with a podcast, and then we just was like, okay, what random bros can we get some some good information from. And we called Dan right before you. He didn't answer. Then
Dog at work.
Then we called Robert, and Robert gave us exactly what we were looking for.
Mo gave us everything.
Shenanigans. But guess who was first on the list? Leonard Macklin.
Hey,
Leonard was the first on the list.
Leonard was a very wholesome father. He was a very wholesome father.
He was in wholesome mode.
Yeah,
I'm glad.
Baby girl was
dog,
there.
It's good when the brothers grow up though, dog. Like the cues are wholesome. Like believe it or not, like but like it's good when the cues grow up though, because I mean like.
Did you just drop some food on yourself? Did you just drop some food on yourself?
like yes, like food got dropped on me. Yeah, that happened, dog.
As he continues to eat.
Hey, Josh, let me ask you this. Bros were sharing their favorite PE stories, dog, earlier.
Josh.
What is one of your favorite PE moments, dog?
Hey, Josh, we were going through down the lineage of the stories, dog.
Is it PE moments like at a large fun, like is it at a large Omega official function, or is it like dog, I'm gonna take this back, dog. Like I don't know, dog. I got so many. Like,
dog. Okay, dog. Everybody is listening. You can't talk about the funeral. Don't bring up the funeral. Anything but the funeral, dog.
Don't bring up the.
So bring up any other story. You could talk about Jarrell. You could talk about anything.
No, I ain't gonna talk about bros. I'm gonna take this back to our continual celebration. And the fact that we all circled that parking lot, and like we never got to that party because the bros were so cat. It couldn't no. Let's talk about when Chuck's playing Ride after that party.
We talked about stuff. We talked about that last night.
In that white linen, and Ryan had to walk in that aisle full of cues from all over with a dusty back.
And then made him pay for all of the food. Oh God!
Don't ever take 15 to Q. Don't ever take 15 to Q. Warren broke his phone. I'm trying to get to the picnic. Dog was like, dog, we gotta go get a new phone. Like, dog, I was like, nobody said
Dog, I dropped my phone setting the march out, dog. I dropped my phone setting the march out, dog, and one of the bros ran it over.
Oh, that's what happened.
Well, Josh, enjoy
Hey, can we talk about white people and white people in right now, dog? It's really serious sometimes. This is what I want to say, dog. Why do y'all
Steady eating. Let Dog finish.
Dog, get that bro on the phone, dog.
Dog, we call us back, dog. Have a great lunch and dinner. Yeah.
We'll see Warren on Sunday, dog.
I'm gonna see y'all tonight, dog. Tell you.
Dog say he ain't making it to that fight, dog.
One thing I love about Josh, dog, Josh don't forget nothing, dog.
Nothing, man.
Memory like a trap.
Oh my God.
It's a walking historian, man.
Dog, you gotta walk us through this
With the
this
shenanigans.
QD situation, dog.
Dog, it was my first QD, dog, and me and my LB. And we was just wilding, man. You know, we was wrong with PVE. You know what I'm saying? And
Okay, well, first you got to give some background. Who was your committee? Who was from there from PVE?
my committee was Dan,
Strike
Pat,
one.
Josh,
Strike two.
and then me and my LB. So it's me, my LB, Josh, Pat, and Dan.
All right, so which version of Dan was there?
Dan was on his
That's what we gonna do?
his who wanted to talk about the frat groove, like
All right, that's all you gotta say.
you know,
dog.
not greeting bros, not
straight to it.
he just Who want to talk about the frat? Who want to talk?
No Vaseline.
Who want to talk about the frat? Who want to talk about like a man possessed? Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
Come here, dog. Come here.
You know.
Let me see what you know.
Yeah.
Dog, why you got that shirt on, dog?
So in those moments, fresh in the frat, I was just trying to you learn in your chapter at that moment. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man,
Of all days that you decide to wear this shirt, you wear it to Q Delta. This was your choice today.
This is what you thought about doing today?
Dog,
Where are your friends?
so dog, let's stay there for a second because PE has been known to be the bully bros, dog.
Would you really?
And bruh say but let me give it some context.
Go ahead,
because
16.
my LB does like to try to bully bros that are
Because-
like 2 and 3 times his size.
Yeah, and bruh say
That
just
sound like
because
Yeah.
bruhs think because Tougaloo don't have a football team that the bruhs just ain't gonna be showing up. But y'all like the football team, dog.
The Bros are Tougaloo's football team. That's what you're
That's what I'm saying,
Kind of,
dog.
sort of. We will put these hands on you.
I can see that. I can see that, man.
I'm gonna stay quiet, man, because
Yeah, please do. Please stay quiet, Chuck.
yeah.
Chuck was one of the main notorious bruisers of
The linebacker of the PE
Hey,
football team.
then I'm always thinking like, man, that bro's always so nice to me.
Dog, so nice. You would never expect Chuck to be that bruh.
Hey, look, I wasn't the bros there, but the story I heard was, and I won't say who the bro was who got grabbed, but apparently there was like a counter like this, kind of, and I heard that like somehow, some way you like
Leaped over.
maneuvered your way over the counter
It wasn't
so
a maneuver.
fast.
It was a leap
Bro wasn't able
It was
to
a
even
leap.
react.
in a single bound. Dead in his chest.
And I'm just gonna say this.
Super Saiyan mode.
Super Saiyan.
In those days, anybody could get it. Anybody.
Yeah.
Why were you so angry, Chuck?
Man, I guess because I was made by the '90s, bros, man.
I don't know what you're talking about. But I will circle back to this event. Usually, I think the benefit of our chapter being so small, it automatically makes you close-knit. And I ain't gonna be fake or phony about the situation. Like, the majority, I love our chapter. I wouldn't, and I've been around other chapters and I've spent significant time in their inner workings.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't pick another chapter over PE for nothing in the world. And that's not a knock against any other chapter.
Yeah.
It's just that I think our closeness and our smallness and our true like-mindedness makes us who we are. Because other chapters, I don't care about your age in the frat or whatever. If you in PE, somebody gonna check you.
Yeah.
If you're wrong, you're wrong.
If you out of bounds, anybody can get it. But you better not, nobody outside of PE better not say a mumbling word about somebody in PE.
And honestly, dog, that was why I was probably always so just ready to go, because when as a resurrection line, and there's like something to prove in a sense.
Yeah.
But then once you understand that I honestly don't have anything to prove to y'all, but if this where you want to take it,
Yeah.
man, I would love to just have very friendly conversations.
Yeah.
But if
If it ain't that, it ain't that.
if this is where you want to go, cool. I was that bruh, man.
And I think because of the moniker and the perception or stereotype of Tougaloo as a whole, by proxy, it washed on to the brothers of our fraternity.
Yeah.
You know, Tougaloo was looked at as the private school. Everybody had money. Everybody was smart and came back from this great upbringing. And they looked at PE as the bougie brother. And I embraced it. I liked it.
Yeah.
And to a certain extent, I tried to continue to project it.
Yeah.
But within that bougie bruh content, I think it was kind of like the praying mantis mode. Like, yeah, we gonna go to school. We gonna graduate. We gonna be doctors, lawyers, and entrepreneurs. But I promise you,
Yeah.
please don't test the gangster. Please don't.
Don't let this SJ outfit fool you.
please. These bow ties and this nice manicure stuff that we walk around in, and when we're smiling and we know how to formulate subject verb agreements, yes.
So let's stay there because PE is coming up on 75 years.
Yep.
75.
So let's talk about the history of PE. As far as y'all know back in the bros that, because y'all still have an older bruh that is still with us.
A charter member.
Yes.
Vanis Allen, still living.
I'm still living.
Waco, Texas.
So what?
March 31st, 1948.
So what have those brothers shared about the nature and the lineage of PE, the tradition, the richness that we can share today?
Well, one of the things, and Chuck will take it from here, you got to understand that Tougaloo is the birthplace for the Mississippi Civil Rights Movement. So that actually is the bloodline of what PE, a strong bloodline of PE and what comes out of there. You're looking at where civil rights, like I said, the cradle of civil rights, and the expectations of the men that came out of Tougaloo, the expectations of the women, and just being close-knit like that, as I was saying, it's just a different. The expectations of a Tougaloo graduate is to be successful without fail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To give without fail. Don't get tired without fail. Never remember, you're always representing Tougaloo.
All the time, man.
Always.
So 15, you still feel that standard today?
Man, honestly, man, like everything that I've done, like, cause even when I was before I had interest in joining the frat, I wasn't really taking, my academic. I really didn't know who I was yet. I was still trying to understand, who I wanted to be as a young man, and coming into the fraternity, I didn't know what to expect, but I can say that it assisted in that process, and the thing about PE is that, again, it embodies that same high standard that Tougaloo has.
Yeah.
Because, we really take pride in the fact that, we're here at the discretion of the institution. And so our connection, our respect for the history of the institution is huge, you know what I'm saying? So, everything I've been able to do, man, like I love, to get on stages. Like I'm doing breast cancer research.
Yeah.
I did a panel with the owner of the Atlanta Hawks a few weeks back. Well, back in November.
Yeah.
And so to be on the stage like that, with all these, these big time people and everybody saying who they represent, to be up there and say, man, I went to Tougaloo College.
Right.
In my home, and I'm sitting in my hometown, Los Angeles, California, man. And it's just that pride, like coming from Tougaloo, man. I really feel like I can do anything. Like
I love that.
Like I pursued epidemiology. When they said like what part of public health you want to go into, I was like, man, I want to do the hardest. What's the hardest thing? What's the most challenging
That
aspect
mountain
of
that
it?
people shy away
Yeah,
from.
man. So and that's kind of just the standard now, and it's not easy. You know what I'm saying, to uphold it, but again, like I'm inspired from the brothers that came before me too, and the standard that they set. The not just the men they are as fraternal brothers, but I've seen them as fathers. I see them as businessmen, as husbands. So it's it's constantly just inspiring you, man, to want to be your very best, man, all the time, and just you got to have endurance to come out of Tougaloo, man.
It's kind of hard, and to go further on what Warren said, when you're made by a certain, when I say made, you have fraternity brothers who happen to be your friends. When you're made and you surround yourself with a certain caliber of people, not just, okay, you went to law school.
Yeah.
No, you graduated number one in your class in law school.
Right.
Okay, you went to med school. No, you went to the number one med school. You went to Ivy League med school and graduated number one in your class.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to sit on your laurels and just be okay with being average.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to be the dude at the barbecue ain't did nothing.
So,
You know what I'm saying?
You don't want to be that guy. That's how you get grabbed.
22 hour.
Hey, dog, we got the Neos in the building.
22 hour coming in.
What's good with you, baby? What's up, team?
Hey,
What's good? You good, dog?
hey, come on, Neos, y'all pop down for a second, man.
What's good?
See what y'all, come on. See what y'all experience been like. Chuck, you got it?
Yeah.
Come on. Court.
I'll be right back.
Hey, get your headphones out the
Yeah.
mic. Get your headphones out the mic. Yeah, Doc. Come on, 22.
What's good, man?
Come on. There we go. So what we gonna do once we get Corey settled? We gonna get y'all take on. Of course, y'all introduce yourself, and then make sure you introduce yourself to the bro right here that you don't know, and then we'll move from there. All right, there we go. Oh yeah. All right. So look, introduce yourself on mic so that we have it on camera, and then I got a couple questions for y'all to get y'all experience thus far.
All right. Corey Hudson, Fall 22, 6 Dog, IY, Root.
Roo.
Eric Odom, Fall 22, Deuce Dog, they call me the Q-Man.
All right. So look, bros, you guys are fresh out of a meeting, right? What's been your experience so far? Give us your take on district meeting and how it's been for your first one.
Well, I mean, for me, it's been very informative. We just got MSP qualified.
Nice.
And whatnot. So, you know, this some training, man, you really can't get just sitting around at the house.
You can't get that sitting around the fire.
No, you gotta get out and come out here and, you know, and rub elbows with the frat. Man.
Yeah.
You know, and so some of the meetings you sitting there like another meeting, but at the same time you're getting these nuggets that you ain't gonna get in the hallway. Yeah. So, you know, I would suggest that, you know, the girls come to the meetings, man. It's cool.
There you go.
Definitely.
What you got, Q?
And for me, it's just, I told Dog yesterday or the day we was talking, you know, especially being new, if y'all didn't come or you didn't come and you knew, you didn't come for no reason, because it was a lot, like bruh said, a lot of information given, a lot of bruhs you ain't never seen, you would probably never see.
Yeah.
But the information or the jewels or the knowledge that they gave us was something that you need. You had, because you ain't gonna get it nowhere else. And then, you know, even just talking when you hanging out before you get here, that's what they tell you. That's when you go get your information from hanging out.
Yeah.
And that's it for me.
So let me ask this question. Now, we Warren, he mentioned the first time that we hosted a district meeting in Jackson, Rho Epsilon and Epsilon Kappa Kappa were the host chapters. He had just crossed. Y'all got to host district meeting next year. With this being y'all first, what is your expectation for next year when our chapter, our Epsilon, has to host district meeting?
I think the common goal whenever you're doing meetings and stuff is always, you hear it as kind of cliche, is make it better. You know, if there's some nuggets or information or just knowing something, networking.
Yeah.
Know who you know, make it so when the bros do come or when somebody come, they'll have something to do. Like we already been talking about it. Just talking to Bruh Barkley, he was like, we need something to do around this time because, you know, it'd be a little blank time.
Yeah.
So have something.
Fill the gaps.
Schedule. Something small. They ain't got to be nothing extravagant, but have it planned.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So my expectation is to be dog tired. There's a lot going on, a lot of moving pieces, man. There's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes to make this happen for the bros.
Yep.
And they're trying to entertain bros. There's stuff going on all over the city right now. We here at the host hotel. Right. But there's still other things going on outside of this area that the bros here in Huntsville, hats off to them, that they doing.
Right.
I will say there's a lesson learned, and I want to share this real quick.
Okay, go ahead. You got the
to
floor.
my sayings, my LBs, listen, bro. If you didn't come, all right, especially for my LBs, because we hosting next week.
Uh-huh.
So you're going to be looking like a deer in the headlight, because there will not be another district meeting before we host next year.
You're correct. There will not be. And I like where you're going.
So next year, for those of us that came, we like, okay, boom.
You got familiarity.
We familiar.
Uh-huh.
Well, I ain't saying we know, but
familiar.
We familiar.
Yeah.
We kind of know what this look like.
Uh-huh.
So we know what we got to do. You don't know.
You ain't got a clue.
You nothing.
You ain't even got your bag.
So all you gotta do is all you can do is fall in, and whatever bro tell you to do, that's what you do. You ain't bringing nothing to the table if you ask me.
Yeah,
I'm done.
Yeah. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. What you? I mean, you agree?
I totally agree. And that's why I said what I said earlier. You know, you didn't come here, and it was no reason for you not to come. So
because you already registered.
You registered or not registered.
Yeah.
You should have came.
Yeah.
Point blank period.
Yeah.
Just to get the
And
experience.
bros, I'm gonna tell y'all a quick story, man. When we hosted our first district, you know, bros came from this area. Bros, you know, a lot of bros came from Alabama, and you know, a lot of them came that wasn't going to the meetings, you know, but they came and supported all our events. That I want to say that next year, spring 17, I happened to be traveling out toward this way for spring break. My car ended up breaking down over near Miles College, in Birmingham. And I was able to call those brothers, man. Those brothers not only came, because I was with people that wasn't the bros. I was the only brother I was with a couple of my friends from Cali.
Yeah.
And not only did they come and help us with the car, man, you know, set me out, invited us to a groove, you know, that night so we can kind of have somewhere to hang out while the car was getting repaired. I mean, you know, friendship is essential, man. And it took me a while in the frat to really understand what that meant. But once I understood what it meant, it brought a humility over me that had a carryover effect to every single other walk of my life.
Yeah.
And here, man, like, you know, to be frank about it, some bros be afraid. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Bros be scared. But it's one of those things, man, it's never as bad as it seems. Once you get here and you gotta humble yourself, man. You gotta humble yourself, and you have to be intentional about the friendship aspect, man. If you're intentional about that,
that's major.
You know, you learn so much. I mean, I have lifelong friends, man. Like right now, I could call, you know, I've tapped in with these bros. There's some bros here that crossed here at NE that went to Tougaloo, that left Tougaloo and ended up and kept in contact. And they wasn't the bros, but they were my friend. You see what I'm saying? I got Fall 22 brothers that are my friends that just crossed in Fall 22 who, you know, reached out to me, man, I finally did it, and, you know, this, that, and man, it's just about friendship. So that, you know, to the brothers, you know, to y'all LBs, man, I would tell them they need to mess with y'all harder, man, because it seemed like y'all get it, and, you know, just encourage those brothers to hang out, man, and you know, don't miss out on this friendship, man, because it's powerful.
And speaking on that right there,
I like
man,
that. I like that.
And speaking on that right there, just being fresh in the frat. You know what I'm saying? Like, gold boots still gold.
Yeah.
Man, we went to Jackson, me and a couple of my LBs, for the Omega at the Capitol, right? Got to hang out with State Rep, his good friend and driver Eli.
Yeah.
Brother Eli. I'm here at the district meeting.
Yeah.
Look up.
Brother
go. State see me, bro. I'm a Neo, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I got no time in the frat.
Mm-hmm.
Brother State see me. Bro, what's up?
Yeah.
You good? I'm glad to see you made it.
Yeah.
You kept your word. Walking through the lobby, his brother Eli, he see me. We speak in passing. Bro came and found me. Right, Corey? Bro came and found me. He was like, bro, why you ain't, man, I was trying to find, I mean, man, this is beautiful, dog.
Bros don't forget you. Bros got memories like elephants, man. They ain't gonna forget you.
If you show
they gonna remember
friendly.
if they didn't meet you, and they gonna remember if they met you.
There you go.
I'm telling you.
I'm talking about, man, if you scared,
this ain't
missing
for
out.
you.
You missing out, bro. That's all I can tell you. You missing out.
You missing out.
The boogeyman went to Florida. We came to Alabama. Man, y'all should have came.
All right.
For sure, man. I feel that.
Well, look, I appreciate getting y'all's perspective, and also kind of like y'all giving a call to action for new brothers in the fraternity to show up to these meetings, but then also to lean into attempting to network with the brothers who are in leadership positions within the state, within the district, But then just find out who these brothers are outside of that. And I think once you make all of those different connections, you have a better understanding of who they are as people, you know, what they do outside the frat, and then those are the ingredients of friendship. Like you truly get to know a person on all fronts.
And what's driving that, bro? You know, what's you know, whether it's
what
family,
made you
career.
want to be the state rep?
Yeah, for real, man.
The DR.
That's it's a large undertaking.
It's a huge undertaking. So look, what y'all doing tonight? What's the groove for the evening?
Man, we out.
Out.
True, dog. That's all you need to hear. That answer.
22 say we out.
That says a lot.
Everywhere.
So much in that one statement.
Yeah. Well, look, I appreciate y'all being here. I appreciate the words that y'all offered. And as we prepare for 2024 district meeting, it's like we're building stronger bonds. We're also building bridges and relationships with the bros that are here, because they seem like, man, ain't nobody doing what we doing as a chapter, as a state. Ain't nobody doing this. I ain't seen it. I've been to a lot of district meetings. So let's lean into that. The vibe that we got going now, the relationships that we'll build, let's continue to go and grow on that. Shout out to Chaplain Johnson. I got that phrase from him. He gives it to every Tougaloo student from I want to say maybe the 70s all the way up until now. He closes every one of his messages, and he's retired, with go and grow. Like, you got to go, and as long as you're going, you got to grow. And we're going to sign off with that.
Rudy Root, dog. Shout out to Chap Johnson, man.
That's my guy. Well, look, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you are preparing to hang out with the Qs at any time, we want to put something on your calendar. We want to make sure that you're looking out for March 2024, when our Upsilon chapter prepares to host the best district meeting ever. These young brothers will be all over the place. Like I said, it won't be any sleep. We're going to be ready. We're going to be there with bells and whistles on. And we're going to have it set out through the roof. Signing off at Mixed Messages from the Dawghouse. My name is DJ George Chuck. Shout out to my co-host, Brother Lowe, Brother Bert. And this has been Mixed Messages live at District Meeting.
Man, great show, man. I'm honored to be a guest today. Man, I felt. You know what I'm saying? I felt it. The closing was ESPN.